Hi everyone, my name is piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model of a nail salon from scratch, and today's topic will be creation of algorithm of reaching these revenues and these direct expenses, these planned values step by step. So we already created the timeline. Here we can specify when we start the operating activity, when we get the first revenue. So this is the moment when we have the first revenue. So if we would like to displace our project to the left, so for example when we have the first revenues, for example in May, so it displaces here, and here we start counting the months of operating activity and why we need this line. So when you start operating activity, your expenses are much bigger than your revenues. So these revenues are your planned maximum revenues when your business works at 100%. But when you just open the doors, you won't get this or this level of revenue. You will get, for example, just 5% of this. The next month you will get 10, then 50, then 70, and then 100%. So you'll be reaching these revenues step by step. And for that, and using this algorithm, if the expenses are bigger than the revenues on the first period, it is the period when you are reaching the break-even point. You will need additional financing from your pocket or from your investor, or using a loan. So you will need additional financing to cover all these operating losses, because you'll have to pay rent, you'll have to pay people their payroll, and so on, so advertising costs and so on. So you'll have expenses, your expenses will be bigger or much bigger than your revenues. So you will need to put some money from you during, for example, the first month or first 3 months or 6 months, and today we'll be creating the algorithm for that. So how we can do that? So let's say that we have a month period during which we are reaching the 100% of revenues that we planned here. So these are the month of operating activity. So I will call it reaching planned revenues. Reaching planned revenues. So here we will put year. Here we'll put month. So I will add here a line. So the first month when we start operating activity is May 2022, and then we will create the optimized story for the first 12 months of operating activity, and here we will be specifying the percentage of reaching the planned revenue. So this will be a percentage format of inputs. So for example, during the first month we will reach only 10% of planned revenue, then 20, then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 70, 80, 90, 93, for example, 95, 97, and 100% of revenue. So we are reaching, for example, the planned revenues on the 13th month of operating activity. So this is the first month, third, fourth, fifth, and here on the third month we will be reaching 100% of these values that we already planned. So these are the inputs, these cells are inputs, so we color them with blue. Blue is unique color for all our inputs, like this, like this, like this. So we mark all our inputs with specific color to make us easily play with inputs while we will be creating different scenarios for us, for yourself, for investor, whoever. So so now we have to automate these years and months. So what I will do, so here on the top I have the library. I will put this here. Then these are the month's number. I'm going back, and now I will use VLOOKUP function. I'll be searching for this value in this table. I will need the second column and I will need exact match. I'm pressing enter, so now I know that May is the 5th month of the inside the typical year. If I specify here October is the 10th month inside the typical year. What I'm doing now, I will write the if function. If this value is less than 12, I will put here this one +1, otherwise 0. We will create a cycle. So for example, here the year ends and starts the next year. So here we are counting the months inside the typical year, their numbers. So what we're doing now, now we're using VLOOKUPs. So we are searching this value, in the table on the bottom. We will need the second column and we will need exact match. This time we are freezing this table because we are going to extrapolate this formula to the right. Pressing enter. Now we have here November, extrapolating. Now we will do the exercise for years. So if this cell equals to 12, then we are starting a new year. Otherwise we are putting the same year. So here we can see how the year jumps from 2022 to 2023. So here we've created the block for reaching the planned revenues. So for example, if we are going to start our business in November 2022, here we will have November, then November also will be here, and now we will put these values inside the timeline. This will be the topic of our next video. So maybe this video was useful for you. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.